Today you feel like you need to do something. My advice is do nothing. Whenever something is reactionary, yeah, it is coming from a place of, in that moment you are growing. And the reaction is not to step into the growth. The reaction is to actually step back. So everything you do in that reactionary moment will actually anchor yourself from where you're going from. For example, today, something comes in to your experience and you get a reaction from it, and you get afraid and you get uneasy and you feel unsafe in your body and everything else. What do? You become reactive, and what do? You'll do something to soothe yourself, something to make you feel comfortable. What you're doing then is you're trying to bring yourself back to where you was, so you feel safe from where you are. But in that moment, something is coming into your experience, yeah, whatever it is, to give you a deeper understanding of experience itself. Therefore, the reaction to it is not beneficial in that moment. Doing nothing is what's required, because everything you need to experience in that moment is already happening. You don't need to do anything. The reason why you feel that way is because everything that's supposed to happen, meaning that understanding coming in, is all that needs to happen there. So you don't need to react to it, you just need to embrace it, because that's what's happening. You've had a thought or a feeling come through, or someone says something and it creates a trigger in you, yeah? And your body's reacted to it. That's all that needed to happen in that moment. The reaction to that. Now sit there and think, allow the moment to come to you. Why am I feeling this way? Well, if you're running around trying to do stuff, trying to escape that moment, you're not going to see the gift of the fucking moment, which is showing you what you need to see in that moment. Yeah? Why am I triggered by that? Why, when that person said that? Why is my body going into this sort of like spasm of, There's a reason. And if you're running away trying to numb or trying to get on your phone, you're trying to escape the gift of the moment, which is what it's trying to show you. So in those moments, the toughest thing to do, which is the most positive thing to do, which is to do nothing at all, because everything that needed to be done in that moment has already happened. Someone said something, you were triggered by it, the reaction to it tells you everything. Yeah? And trying to escape that is you trying to escape that moment and try and hide from it so you don't see what you needed to see in it. But the whole purpose of it is for you to see why you reacted that way, why you were triggered by what they said, what deep sort of trauma are you holding on to that made you be triggered by that. Yeah? It's all there for you. So in those moments, and I know it's difficult, but when you get those moments where you're triggered in that, rather than blurt out and try and react and create, sit with it. Sit with it, do nothing, sit with it. And trust me, when you sit with it, every answer you need about it will come to you in that space of doing nothing, in that space of stillness. That's how it works. But we often always do the opposite of that and wonder why. We'll come back to that moment again and again and again and be triggered over and over and over again, because guess why? It brings you back to that moment over and over again for a reason. So you actually do something different. Don't run from it. Don't distract yourself from it, but sit in it, because you are trying to show yourself some trauma in your body that wants to leave. But you have to be able to sit in it to let it go. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.